still weird, but like the older you get, the less weird the age gap gets.
And I'll explain this on my end. I think it's weird because he's still so, I don't want to say inexperienced in life, but like you haven't experienced everything yet.
Yeah.
I need you to kind of, build character, figure out who you are. You're not going to tell me at 22, Tyler, you're sure who you are as a man, who you are as a person. You know what I mean?
No clearance.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the No Clearance Podcast. I am your host, Tyler, here with two amazing people. We got the queen of the pod herself with the fro, looking spectacular.
Okay,
Queen
bro.
KC.
Looking like Pam Grier.
Talk the talk, Foxy Brown in the building.
She's a bad, sexy girl. Living in a crime world.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's a great soundtrack, by the way. Foxy Brown soundtrack, classic. All right, here we go. KC, how you doing?
I'm alive.
Amen to that. We got producer of the pod himself, light skinned assassin, Jay.
Back.
Jay, what's good with you?
I'm good, just chilling, I'm having a good time, man, just loving life right now.
I know. I'm trying to get my hour of sleep back that I lost. That we lost this weekend.
Yeah.
KC, how's your weekend?
So I'm on spring break, and so I've been doing a lot of like resting and just like binge watching shows.
What you been watching?
What you been binge watching?
Okay, so don't laugh. Don't laugh. But I've fallen into, I think Netflix is like, oh, bitch, we know your algorithm. Korean. That's what you want. You want Korean shows. So I've watched like a couple of like, whatchamacallit, like action, like karate movies and stuff like that. And so like it showed up like the Korean soap operas. And I'm not going to hold you. I am thoroughly enjoying it because it's not, I realized that we as Americans over sexualize things. Like, I mean, something as simple as a fucking kiss doesn't happen until season 2.
What?
And most, I swear. Or it'll be a kiss on the cheek. They're very like censored. Like very like, no, we don't keep it classy. But you can feel the sexual tension. It's crazy.
But
it's also like made me feel like, oh, we're fucking sexual addicts over here. Because it's like, okay, when are they gonna smash? And it's like, Khadijah, they're building a relationship first. They're building a friendship first.
Do they ever smash? So, question. So
no, I've watched now 4 different shows, and I have not yet to see cheek on cheek, pee on pee.
Not pee on pee.
So
question. So what is like their dilemmas? Like what's the drama of the show? Because just
they got rich people problems.
Okay,
that's the other thing. I've never watched any of the shows I've watched. None of them are poor, and even their version of poor is like, shut the fuck up. You're middle class. Like you're all right. You own like half the block. You're good. The one I'm really into that is like in stock, like they release it like week by week. It's called Queen Tears, and it's like this like multi-billion-dollar like family that has this huge company. Like they own like a strip mall or some shit like that. And the daughter, who is the CEO, found out she's dying.
Oh, shit.
She married her husband for love at the time, but then they, were married for a little bit, and now they're miserable. The husband was gonna get a divorce, but then he found out this bitch gonna die in 3 months. He's like, "Oh, I'm good. Like I don't have to, And it's doting on her and all this other shit. But because he's fake doting on her, he's like, gradually they're gonna fall in love again. It's very predictable, but it's still cute. And you have to have subtitles.
The synopsis of this show is the queen of department stores and the prince of supermarkets weather a marital crisis until love miraculously begins to bloom again.
Yeah, pretty much it. It's really good.
They got helicopters and shit. I'm watching the trailer now.
And they ride helicopters like it's a fucking car. That's how you know they're well off. Like, oh shit, we got to go here. Let's just hop on it.
No. Oh, the music.
So they just took for like pretty. What's that movie? Pretty Rich Asians.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay,
but
I think I finished one yesterday. It's called Love Alarm, and that is actually good as fuck. Basically, it's an app on your phone that tells you when somebody's in a 10 meter vicinity of you, if they love you. Like
What?
you'll get a ding on your phone. And so obviously that, grows to be like some people hate it, some people love it. But then it's like, what if I ding for you, but you don't ding for me? Ooh.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Fucked.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's good. I didn't
That's
like the
crazy.
ending. I didn't like the guy she ended with. I was very pissed off about that, but it's whatever.
That reminded me of this movie I saw on Apple TV
Yeah.
where I forget the name. I think the movie was called Fingernail or something, but they would rip off a
Shut the
fingernail
fuck
from
up.
each partner, put it in a machine to find out if each person was like in love, was compatible with each other.
What the fuck
So
are
like
you watching?
these couples would go through this process before they decided to get married or some shit, and it was crazy.
Okay, no, but this poses like a real question. If you could know whether your partner was in love with you or not, would you like partake in the app or the fingernail shit?
Yeah.
You would?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm good.
I think I'm already at the point in my life where I know. Like if I didn't know,
Eh.
it's like whoa.
No, that's a see. My thing with this is stuff like that takes away your free will.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's like, oh, okay, like if it gives you a list of people who are gonna fall in love with you,
Mm-hmm.
then it limits your options. What if you like meet Joe Schmo and they're not on your list, but y'all have, you know what I mean, chemistry or whatever? I just don't. That was my thing. I'm like, I don't like that it takes away the spontaneousness of like falling in love and like getting to know somebody.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I know you love me, I love you, we're locked in. But it's
Yeah,
like,
my
no,
thing is
how do you maintain that shit?
my thing is like if I put in all this work for somebody for a damn machine to tell me,
Yeah.
I don't know. If I got left because of that, I'm not trying again. I'm not trying again. I'm not going through this shit.
I don't trust computers that much. I don't trust them that much.
Algorithms be janky.
Yeah. I don't trust
Hey,
them that
talk
much.
about it. So the guy who created or developed the love alarm, ended up being like this small, like nerd, not really a good looking guy. And he was in love with the popular girl who obviously, like, whatever. And so he rang her love alarm. And she was so repulsive, so like, and he's just like, I created this to like unite people, right? And to make people feel good. But he didn't think about like, what if you ring somebody's alarm and they're absolutely repulsive, they're not into you? Then it's like you're exposing yourself to, you know what I mean? It's like you're putting yourself out there to get rejected. And so it's like, yeah, that's not, really the vibes. But it was a good show. Didn't like the ending once again. So if you watch it, the ending's fucked.
Shout out to the K drama. Because there's some more drama going on out here in these streets. We got, first of all, Draya Michele. Is it Michelle her last name? Draya Michelle?
Yeah, I think it's Michelle.
Shout out to Philly. One of Philly's own.
Wait, she's from Philly?
She from Philly.
She might be the finest woman from Philly then. I don't know any other fine
Her,
woman
Amber
from Philly.
Rose.
Ain't Eve from Philly?
Is Eve from Philly?
Jill
Yeah.
Scott. Yes,
Yeah.
Jill
Okay,
Scott.
all right, never mind then.
Amber Rose.
Remember what Jill did to that mic?
That doesn't make me
Just
think
saying.
she's finer. It just makes me
That's
want
that Philly cheese.
what? Not Philly cheesesteak. Yeah.
That's the long walks.
What the fuck? Oh,
All right. Draya Michele is pregnant. Congratulations to her. No. Okay. The baby daddy is a NBA star. I don't know if he's a star yet, but NBA player Jalen Green, I believe is his last name Green.
Yeah, Jalen Green.
I ain't
Wouldn't
want to
even
get
be
it
able
right.
to tell you.
Jalen Green for the Houston Rockets. So here's the thing. I believe she is what 40.
She's like 30. She's like
She can't be in her 30s.
she's
Jalen.
38.
No, she 40 something, ain't she?
She's like 30. She's 38. I looked this up.
And he's
Okay.
20. He's 22.
Look that
Yeah,
up.
I looked
She
it
can't
up.
be
No,
no
I looked
30.
it up already. She's 38.
38 sounds
Yeah.
more realistic.
Yeah.
And how old is he?
He's 22.
He's 22.
That's gross.
Okay. Why,
I'll let you
Jalen? You
finish,
c- you
Tyler.
you you call it gross?
I-
Why?
This is her son is a year younger than this dude. That's like it's like fucking your son's friend. Like that's just like nasty.
You know what I mean? And that's to put it to
Like
like,
39.
it
Yeah, 30, 39.
and to think
Good.
like someone your son's age you could sleep with him. It's just
yeah.
weird because at the end of the day, what does that say about like it's just weird. Like what the fuck?
I see. This is my thing. As somebody that's dated older people, I still have like a limit. Do you know what I mean? And I think like a good, comfortable age gap is, and this is like, if we're gonna go to the extreme, I'll do 10 years. But their age gap is 16 years. That's that's a tad much for me.
Yeah.
Your age gap shouldn't be,
In double
I
digits. I
don't
feel
know.
like 10 years, not
You know what I
9.
mean? And I think I say 10 years because Jay-Z and Beyonce are 10, and it's not weird.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Cool. But I think once we get past 10 and we're doing the teens,
Yeah.
that's scary
I
shit.
hate to tell this to you, KC, but Jay-Z's 54, Beyonce's 42.
Okay, what's the
According to
age?
my
Yeah, it's
math,
like 14.
that's
Yeah,
12.
it's 12. Yeah, they have a 12-year age difference.
Okay.
It's still weird
But
though,
see, but you
but
still, it's
people
strange. It
people
is.
think it's
It
weird.
is.
It's not. People aren't like 100% okay with their age gap because like she was still like
But
a
also,
teenager when they
people are
met.
not 100% okay. But it's also like she's 40 something, he's 50 something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
People think their meeting is
This, I feel
questionable.
like this, yeah, I think this kid is still
He's
22. You
22.
Yeah.
haven't experienced life. Your frontal lobe is not fully developed in a man. I think y'all shit don't fully develop until like 28.
I think it's like 25, 26. But it's still either way. It's just weird. I
At
think
28, I said what I
I
said.
think I just think. What do you have
I
in
still think it's
common? You
I'm
girls.
ain't
trying
got
to
nothing in
I'm
common.
trying to figure out why we find it weird because we got movies like how Stella got her groove back.
That was still
Movies like
fucking
the
weird.
movies
But
like the
I'm not
Joan
saying we're
Gabrielle
not taking
Union.
away from those others. It was strange.
Yeah, it's still strange.
It was still
It's still
weird.
weird, but like,
You're not gonna say it. Tell me you watching how Stella got her groove back was like this is weird.
yes, because he was 20. The nigga wasn't even allowed
What?
to drink.
A solid 20. That
People
was
in the movie
strange.
thought it was weird. His mother was gonna fuck her
What?
up.
So what's the age gap between Stella and what you call?
I think she's like 40 something and he's 20.
She was 40 something. She was 40 something.
That's not weird, Tyler.
That's weird.
I mean, my nigga was already graduated from
You
It
not
college.
don't
slanging that
matter.
much dangling.
Don't
No,
don't matter.
What
you don't
about
even know how to use it at that point.
you even got the movie we was talking about a couple months ago with Gabrielle Union.
That
And,
was still
See, but
weird.
even she thought
That was the
she thought it was
conflict of the
weird.
movie. Her thinking it's weird.
It was very strange. It was the young kid who was like, "Yeah, I'm ready," and it's like,
That was the
are
whole
you though?
conflict of the movie. How strange it. They still get together, but it's
That's
still
weird,
weird.
Tyler. That's weird.
And he was older. Like they made sure he
Yeah.
was 30 and she was 50. Or what was it? Like she's 50 in that movie, right? Supposed to be 50? Yeah, he was 30, she's 50. It's still weird, but like the older you get, the less weird the age gap gets.
And I'll explain this on my end. I think it's weird because he's still so, I don't want to say inexperienced in life, but like you haven't experienced everything yet.
Yeah.
I need you to kind of, build character, figure out who you are. You're not going to tell me at 22, Tyler, you're sure who you are as a man, who you are as a person. You know what I mean? There's so many nuances and things
let
he
me
has to figure out.
let's I feel like this is a situation I think what happened because let's make this clear, right?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, because a part of me feels like people, and this is just what I feel. I don't got no evidence to back this up. People can make it seem like Dre and Michelle may have coerced the nigga or
I don't
something
think
like
it's
that.
that.
But if you a 22-year-old NBA basketball player, now at that age, at 22, I'm pretty sure you grew up following her on
Yeah.
Instagram, seeing everything. So my man's probably felt like, bruh, I am in the same vicinity as Dre and Michelle, and I am a NBA basketball player.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. Now, mind you, she ain't had to go home with the nigga that's fed, but I'm pretty sure this nigga was working very hard.
Probably. He probably did, but here's the thing: she's the adult in the situation. She's damn near
They're both
40.
adults
He's
in the
when
situation.
you're young, but here's the thing: the
She's
older person is the one that looks bad. The younger person's gonna look good.
How many you?
Especially since he's
I mean,
22. It's probably his crush when he was a little kid. We know, everybody knows that was probably his crush. Instagram was around. Like, everyone knows who Draya Michele is, and be like, oh, if I ever got to meet her, I'm gonna try and get with her.
yeah.
We I know, I understand what Tyler's saying with that. It's just weird on her part to like still entertain him knowing she has a child that's the same age as this nigga. That's the strange part. Like, if she didn't have any kids, if she didn't have any kids or a son his age, it's not that, it's still weird, but not that weird. This is like really weird
fair.
because her son's the same
This
age as him.
it's not as bad as Larsa Pippen, based on what you're saying. It's not as bad as Larsa Pippen, but it is a similar situation here.
Larsa Pippen's not even that bad. It's just it because he's older. He's like in his 30s.
That's fair, but I mean, she was married to Scotty.
Yeah, that's still strange. She was married in close vicinity to him enough to see him as a child. That's still weird too. I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
not weird, but it's. I think for my thing with age gaps is
It makes it I think it just is about palatability. It's palatable for us to deal with like somebody who's like 30 and the husband's 50 or the
yeah,
other person's 50. This is not palatable because the kid, the man, I don't know what the hell he is. He's 22.
yeah.
And I think just thinking about the human brain, you're not fully developed. Thinking about all the things that's required to have a healthy, good, strong relationship. How do we? This could be his first real relationship. You're gonna tell me that his first real relationship, he's figuring it out, and he's now that he has a kid. You're not even allowed to be like, you know what? This has been real. It's cute. Whatever. Peace out. No, now you're like locked in. So now it's a different, layer of responsibilities and things like that. You're 22. You're not gonna tell me at 22 you're gonna be in love with her when you're 28 or 30. You know what I mean?
Everybody, everybody talks about how like, oh, when I was 21, 22 years old, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing when they're in their
Yeah,
thirties.
I might as well have been on
So
crystal
like
meth.
when you,
You know what I mean?
that's why it's also like strange for an older person to like date someone in their
Sorry,
younger
Tyler.
20s, because everybody is under the understanding like when I was that young, I had no idea what I was doing. So there's kind of like a weird
Zero.
dynamic where it's like, this person doesn't hasn't experienced as much of life as you, so you
Mm.
kind of have ways to manipulate them. That's how it comes off as. Now it could not be that way, but it's just like, that you're capable of doing that to someone who's in their early 20s if you're 38, 39 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Oh,
that's why
it's
when you say when
interesting.
someone's 30 and marries someone 40 or 50, it's like it's not that big of a deal because they're 30. When you hit your 30s, you're like,
And they've
they
experienced shit. You
experience
know what I
shit,
mean? They got a good mindset. They're like there cognitively.
Yeah, for one, do we know if they're in a relationship?
Yeah, because they were dating
Yeah.
before this came out.
She got knocked
Yeah.
up.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, they were dating. It was already weird when they was dating.
My man's
And
Yep.
got
now
somebody
old
to
boy's
take care
condom
of.
broke and she decided to keep the baby because she's
Oh fuck.
38. It's a
Okay.
geriatric pregnancy and everything. I'm just saying.
I'll be honest with you though.
Geriatric pregnancy is insane to me.
I'll be honest with you though. Now
That is
we have
crazy,
all
right?
looked at we have
That's
looked at
wild.
the negatives. We've looked at the negatives. Now, if I am in Jalen Green's shoes, now I got
Yo, this
somebody
bro,
that's
Tyler get on my
I
fucking
got
Hey,
somebody.
hey,
nerves, yo.
if I'm Jalen Green,
He
hey,
really gets
hey,
on.
If
hey, if I'm
I
Jalen Green,
no
I'm
no,
hype.
but
I'm like,
listen
hey,
though.
I put a baby in
But
Dre
listen
Michelle.
though.
I'm telling all my
If I'm
boys.
in if I'm in Jalen Green's shoes, I got somebody that's been in this industry of celebrity for so many years. Now I got somebody that can show me how to
You,
move through this
you
motherfucker.
know what's
I
strange though?
guess.
Here's my thing. So
But then doesn't that make like that mommy dynamic?
it's weird. That's so
Nah.
weird. She's old enough to be your
You know what I mean?
mother.
I understand what you're saying, Ty. I get you. I hear you. I think that's a solid point. But then you don't want to put this like weird
I
dynamic
say
of like
this though. Now
I'm older. Listen to me, like
I think Jalen Green is I wanna say he's Puerto Rican. He's one of the he's a Latino.
What's a
Maybe he
Latin?
Latinx. I don't know. You know I don't know what it is.
He's Latino. Don't.
Yeah,
What the
I
fuck is
I,
a
I said
Latin?
the O allergies. I
Oh,
said
okay.
the
I didn't
O.
hear the O. I'm sorry.
So I thought I was wrong. I was like, I could have swore I said Latino.
You said
Did it again. Fade off on the O. Jalen Green Latino. Maybe he won a
Is he?
little. Maybe he won a Mamacita. I was just
Oh
saying.
not a
my
mama
god, you
cedar.
a fucking fool. He's
Hey,
Mamacita.
Tyler,
Filipino,
shut
Tyler.
up.
He ain't Latino.
Oh,
He's
my bad. My
Filipino.
bad. He Asian.
Yeah,
That make
That's
it
the wrong
worse.
Eno.
That's the wrong one.
that nigga's Filipino.
Oh, that's you know what? But I
Close.
will
I
say
mean, that's
this.
like the Spanish of the Asians.
No, it literally though. I will say this. I think because he's somebody that's not American, and this is not to say like American families or whatever don't feel this way, but I think knowing that his family is not from here, they probably spoke to him about it and was like, "Yo," even before she got pregnant, the what do we have going on? And told him and kind of guided him through. So I think knowing that he's not American and he has some like non-American family, maybe they try to put him on game, and he was like, "No, I'm in love with." But you know what I mean? Like they
I
gonna look
think
out.
as long as he playing ball, he'll be fine. The problem is when he stops.
Yeah.
And it's going to
Mm.
be very interesting when you stop
But
playing ball
he
and you're not
it's
bringing
not
in that
just him
money.
though. There's been a lot of older women dating young athletes. It's like a trend now.
Yeah. Who you know anybody else?
Well, Pippin that doesn't count, but I feel like I've been seeing it on Shade Room. I don't know the names like off my head, but there's a lot of like people are into. I want to say Bernice Burgo. I think she dated a couple athletes that were way younger than her.
That's crazy.
Very true.
Um,
Very true.
but her body's banging. She don't look like her age.
I just think it's so
Um,
strange. Like, why would you want to date someone your parents' age? It's just so
I
strange to
think that's
me.
weird.
Like it's just.
But Bernice looked bad
I mean,
though.
yeah, she fine and all,
Her
but like,
physicality, physically, she looks good.
yeah, like, yeah,
I
she
mean,
fine and
look,
all, but
man.
like,
I mean, look. These the older you get, I know you ain't as good as you used to.
imagine,
You know what I'm
Khadijah,
saying?
imagine meeting a 50-year-old man. Imagine meeting a 50-year-old man, be like, oh,
Yeah,
I'd hit that. Like, it's just so
yeah.
strange to me.
After I seen the wallet, the account
It's so
got some
strange to
commas.
me. I don't know. I
Man,
could never get. It always makes
tuh.
me feel weird. It's always felt me.
No,
I feel like 5 years is suitable. 6,
Bro,
I'm telling you, 10 is my
say
max. I'm not going beyond
yeah,
10.
you can't go beyond
maybe
I'm
it's
10.
me.
10 is my absolute max.
We used to say as long as they 21. That used to
That
be the
used to be a
thing.
thing. I
Am I
mean,
tripping? But that was when we was 21, right?
yeah, as long as they could
I
buy
would
you a
hope.
drink. That's what I used to say. As long as they could buy you a drink, they good on
As long
me.
as they could buy
No,
you a
and
drink.
that's a good rule of thumb.
Yeah,
No
as long
lies.
as they could
That's
buy
a
you
good
a
rule of
drink.
thumb.
But once you reach a certain age, it's no longer as long as they buy you a drink.
No, now it's once he can explain Roth IRA.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I
Like
mean? You can't be with a motherfucker that don't know what a
he,
401k
the,
is. That's
the, the
crazy.
nigga got benefits at the bare minimum.
At the
He's an
bare minimum, got
NBA
benefits and can
basketball
explain it.
player.
I
Because
mean,
everybody got benefits.
yeah, he's an NBA
He-
player, but like everybody knows, NBA players when they're young just be fucking everything. Everybody knows. Draya knows from personal experience of her time being around the
Ooh,
league.
yeah.
Gilbert
So
Arenas,
that's
Gilbert Arenas was Patrick. What you call Swaggy P and Gilbert Arenas was talking the other day, and they was talking about Draya, and it was like, oh shit, never mind, because Jalen Green, that's his girl.
yeah.
Because they were like, yeah, but it was like one time in the back seat, she was in the back seat with you. And I was like, oh God, how could I'm like, it's just so weird. She's been around. So like she knows what the young NBA player is gonna do.
no, but your wholeness could get deleted.
Yeah, but like but her whole I'm not talking about her wholeness, but she knows that the nigga ain't gonna stick with just her. He gonna put her through the
Yeah.
ringer. So why would you even, she started on basketball
You know
wise.
what? I could also, and I'm not saying this is what Dre is doing, but if you think about it, she knows he's 22. He gonna be in the game for a little bit.
Little, a smidgen.
You know. But
It's
realistically, if I'm gonna date an athlete, I'm not gonna date the motherfucker heading out.
true.
I'm gonna date the nigga who just got in.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you date the nigga who's heading out?
Me personally, I would date the nigga heading out, but I need to know that he's invested his money well.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly.
Can't have
Because
no
athletes that
Antoine
have
feel
gone
Fisher
like-
broke.
situation
I feel
going
like you
on.
would do your due diligence.
Antoine,
I think
You
you
know what I
would do your
mean?
research.
I would figure that out. I need to know that you bought a couple McDonald's in the hood, maybe a Popeyes here and there. I need to know that the money gonna stay coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see
So in
that.
her mind, that I'm not saying that's her sole reason, but she's probably like, you know what? I'm tired of dealing with these old niggas. Yeah, who's to say that she gave into him right away? I believe maybe she was like, nah, you too young, and he kept approaching her,
Mm-hmm.
spitting game, blah blah blah, and then damn, fell into it, and then
Yeah.
I could see that nigga spitting the hardest game at her for months.
I'm telling you.
For
Speaking
years.
Filipino to her and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you gotta think, because he's an athlete, I feel like he's probably used to bitches throwing themselves at him, right? And Draya was probably like, I'm not impressed with none of that. Like, I've been here before you. You know what I mean? Like, I've done
I've
this.
been around the way.
And yeah,
I'm
from around the way. And so that was he was probably attracted to the chase too. You know what I mean?
She probably was like, "You're a little child. You're the same age as my son."
I'm just saying, I'm playing Tyler's advocate.
Not Tyler's advocate.
Damn, that was good.
Oh
Hashtag
man!
that.
All right, man. Let's move on. Man.
It's overall gross.
Moral of the story.
More,
That's fucking nasty.
the Oscar awards were on Sunday.
The Oscars.
Big shout out to the black people that won. You know what I'm
I'm rooting for everybody that's black.
Divine Joy Randolph won.
Divine Joy Randolph, real
supporting
quick, man.
actress.
She has actually been on some pretty good stuff before this. I remember her in the TV show with Zoe Kravitz.
Come on, Zoe.
I'm forgetting the name of it, but they worked in a record store, and I used to really
High
like that show. It was only
Fidelity.
one season. High Fidelity.
Oh,
Big
it was only
fan of
one
that
season.
show.
Don't you hate that?
It was either one or
They
two,
got
but
canceled after one season.
It wasn't long enough.
Oh, you were good. Like, it was a solid. We don't need no more after that.
Yeah,
I needed more. It was good.
Jalen
I enjoyed it.
they got canceled
I
after
enjoyed
one
it.
season.
But no, I enjoy her in any role that she's played. So for her to get this recognition, that's great. I haven't seen the movie yet. What's the name of the movie, Jack?
The Holdovers.
Holdovers.
I
I've
haven't
been
seen it
meaning to check it out now. And yeah, so shout out to her. And then shout out to Corey Jefferson, director of American Fiction.
Come
Won the
on.
Oscar for best. I want to say it was called best book to screenplay
Adaptation.
or something like that. There you go. Best
Oh,
adaptation.
there's a book about it?
No.
Or
Yeah, it's a book.
there's a book written?
No, it was best adapted screenplay. So that means like the screenplay that they wrote, it adapted it the best. Like it was yeah.
Oh, got you. Ooh, nice.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, he
Thought it
won.
was a
He
book,
won, and then I forgot who else won. Someone else black won. I can't remember though.
It was 3? I thought you said only 2.
I think there was more because it was like there's other lesser awards, but like technically black people won. But I can't remember, to be honest. It was very white this year.
Who was bringing home the money? Who got a lot of
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer got a lot of
Oppenheimer
awards.
won a lot of awards. Shout out to Iron Man.
Yeah, Robert
Man
Downey
won an
Jr.
Oscar.
won Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah.
This is his first Oscar.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about. For what movie?
For Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
Oh, he was in it?
Yeah, he was in it. Everyone and their fucking mother was in Oppenheimer.
They were like everybody was in that
Everyone
movie.
and their fucking mother was in that movie.
Oh, I know that's right, Iron Man. He stayed.
But he was
Jay.
good in the movie.
Do you believe Spider-Man got snubbed?
No.
Spider-Verse.
No, because
Okay.
well, I think it should have won, but I understand why it lost because the nigga that made the movie The Boy and the Heron, every movie he makes wins an Oscar. Like if you're gonna lose, you gotta lose to the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? So like he ain't made.
So it was a good loss.
Yeah, like
it was like respectable.
Like I seen that this nigga made a movie this year, and I was like, oh well, he's gonna win an Oscar.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, what's his name? What's that nigga's name? I forgot his name. But he makes a lot of like anime style movies, and
Mm.
every time he makes one, they win an award. Like his last one, I want to say that one was called Spirited Away. You might actually enjoy that movie. It's on I
Mm.
think it's on some streaming service, but it's on HBO Max. Um,
Oh, okay, I
but
got
he
you.
has like his whole section. So like if you go on HBO Max and look up Studio Ghibli, it's his own
Yeah,
category on
HBO Max.
HBO Max. Yeah. And
Oh,
it's
that's
like
kind of
all his
tough.
movies and the movies from the studio that he has, but like his movies like are always like iconic and considered masterpieces. So like
Oh wow.
this when he puts his movies out, like they're probably gonna
Mm.
win best animated movie because
Nice.
he just
I mean, Spidey. You know, Spideyverse was hard. It was
I
good,
think yeah
but
I do think
I respect though.
if nobody else, if what's his name, Hayao Miyazaki, that's his name. If he didn't make a movie, Spider Verse was gonna win. Like it was
Yeah.
the first Spider Verse movie is made a bunch of fucking movies like the style they made it. Movies people are copying. Like the most recent Puss in Boots movie, that shit was fire.
Yeah.
They animated it like Spider Verse. That Ninja Turtles movie was animated like Spider Verse, and that new Disney
That's
movie
true.
Wish was animated like Spider Verse.
Very much so
So
true.
like
Oh
they
damn.
like pioneered a whole new style of animation and movies and like TV. So
Yeah.
I understand like they were the number two. Like if they weren't in it with a
Okay, so
Miyazaki
that
movie,
was my question. I guess I wanted to know because sometimes the Grammys it's like the next motherfucker win
yeah,
and it's like was this motherfucker worthy? But that's good to
yeah.
know.
For the Oscars, I mean, this the it's just it. This year was just like Oppenheimer, 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 and what's his and the other movie with Emma Stone, Poor Things. That movie's weird as fuck.
Oh, I cannot get
That
into
movie's
it.
weird. I watched it over the weekend. It was
That's
weird. It's
why I just
strange.
couldn't get into
Yeah,
it.
it's very
Like I
strange.
tried.
I understand why it won a lot of awards because it won Best Costume
Why
Design.
did it win a lot of
The
awards?
movie's just beautiful to look at. Like it's just
What do you
like
mean? Like in a visual
yeah,
sense
visual
or like
sense, like
the
it's beautiful.
messaging?
Yeah, both. Like if you
Okay.
give it a chance and watch the whole thing, you're gonna
Yeah.
realize by the end of the movie it's a beautiful story about like a woman discovering herself after being in an abusive relationship. That's basically what the movie's about.
Oh fuck.
But it's done in a way of
That's
like,
heavy
yeah,
shit.
you don't even know that, and it's like literally uh, but in the frame of Frankenstein. So it's kind of a beautiful movie. I see why it was nominated after watching it. It was
I'll
weird as
try, but
fuck, weird as fuck, but it was.
I think I'm gonna do Doom first before I do
Oh yeah,
Poor
watch
Things.
Dune. Dune.
Hey, real quick, did we have we talked about American Fiction? I think have all three of us seen it?
I've seen it.
No, I was supposed to, but then I had a nail appointment. It went over, and so I had to cancel.
I rented it on Amazon. I just gave him the money.
Jay,
I watched it over the weekend actually.
how'd you feel about the
I
movie?
liked the movie. I thought it was important to make movies like that, and that those movies like that are getting nominated for awards. Because I thought it
Yeah,
was a really good movie, and it was funny because it was making fun of the white people who praised it so much.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like and I like that it was in Boston, so Boston stand up,
Pak the
right?
kat, the
Black people
Holland
from Boston, I
yard.
like to see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But no
yeah.
one knows it's a Boston movie. That's the thing. But
You know what? I will say this. Before I moved to Texas, there was like rumblings about like Boston being like one of the places for films, and at first I thought it was bullshit.
yeah,
I'm not gonna hold you, but I'm starting to see a lot more films are being done in Boston. I'm not mad about it, but
we had a lot of movies coming out like recently, like about Boston.
mm,
Like the movie that
Very true.
that Divine Joy Randolph won for the Holdovers.
yeah.
That's technically a Boston movie. She plays a black woman from Boston,
Oh,
and she literally like researched the accent by watching Donna Summer videos on YouTube.
wow. Hey Tyler, how many films are like based on where you're from?
Based in DC,
Yeah.
a
I
lot
was
of
gonna
them
say
actually. A lot of them.
No, not DC. What's the other place that
Oh,
you from?
based in PG County.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
not too many.
Technically, can you count?
Those
Can you
are
count DC as you because of the DMV?
You
yeah.
can't. That's not you.
The thing is, I
You
can't. I
live
really
there.
can't.
You reside, but that's not you.
I really can't. I mean, Jay lived in Somerville. He didn't live in
Yeah,
Boston.
true. I didn't say
You know what
nothing.
I'm
I'm
saying?
asking you a legitimate question.
No, I
KC's
think I can.
calling
So
you a
here's the thing.
question. I'm not.
Here's the
No, and
thing,
I
KC.
resided in Boston, so
Here's the thing, KC. Most of the movies you'll see is
yeah,
like on some politics or Mission Impossible type shit. Things
yeah,
happening in and with the different sectors of
yeah.
government that they'll display in the movies and shit. Some of that shit be in Maryland, some in Virginia, some in DC, DMV
Because it's
area.
kind of like people melt all three of those shits together, realistically.
I mean that's why we call
You
it
know?
the DMV. It is it's literally everything. Like those three cities are right there around the Beltway. Like the
Yeah,
Beltway
you got
connects it
that.
all. So that's why we claim it. Now if locally,
Yeah.
I'm not from DC. You know what I'm saying? I can't.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I can drive around there. I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going nowadays. But I ain't finna tell a nigga I'm from Uptown or no shit like that. Like that's just
Mm.
it's not how it works. But yeah, we got a decent amount. We got a
Yeah, I was gonna
decent
say
amount.
Okay, you
movies are
got
made
that.
all over, like especially
It
over
ain't.
that area.
I will say it ain't like Boston though.
Yeah,
I do feel like and I've been real like the DC has a lot of stories to tell that
Mm-hmm.
haven't been told yet.
yeah.
But like
I could.
it ain't like the run that
Yeah, we got a lot of
you know
movies in
with movies
Boston.
being in Boston, it's just
We
a
got
good
a
run.
lot. We got what's it
Yeah,
called? Oh, we got The Departed.
all the white
We
boys.
got Mystic
It's like
River.
all the white boys. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
got Mystic River. We got
You
What's
know,
the
and
jump?
for my oldies, we got Goodwill Hunting.
Goodwill
I mean,
Hunting.
I was just about to say
Goodwill
that
Hunting.
one. Yeah,
that's a good one.
That one
that's
won
a
an
classic.
Oscar.
Sweeping up shit in MIT
Yeah.
ended
Yeah.
up to be.
Shoo. The last couple Marvel movies had at some point they was in
I
Boston.
think so.
The
Well, because they was at
Black Panther
MIT.
2.
Yeah, Black
Yeah.
Panther. Black Panther.
Yep.
Wakanda Forever. That was at MIT.
Shout
My
out,
uncle was
shout out
there.
my niggas in
He was
Cambridge.
sitting in the car one somewhere watching it go down.
Yeah.
You know. But American Fiction was really good. I really enjoyed it.
I
How,
enjoyed
I didn't
it.
like the ending.
Star
oh,
studded
well,
though.
why didn't you like the ending?
You'll see. I didn't really like the ending. I wish it kind of. I see what it did, but like I kind of wish I wanted the end. I wanted his final speech.
I appreciated the ending just because the movie as a whole is unpredictable.
Yeah.
So for
Okay.
the ending to be what it was like, well, I'm glad
Shout out
what happened.
Shout out to Tracy
For
Ellis
me
Ross.
anyway.
She was funny as hell in that movie.
The clips
Yeah.
I saw of her were
She was
hilarious.
mad funny.
Her lines.
I
were
will
great.
say
She
though,
was that was a big surprise.
Yeah.
Her role, that was a big surprise.
real big surprise. I will say though, Sterling K. Brown got nominated for Best Supporting Actor for this movie.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I don't understand why.
You don't see it.
He didn't really do that much in the movie. He was barely in it.
You know, I'll
Was
be
he
honest
his
with
brother in
Yeah,
the
he
movie?
was his brother. Like,
Yeah.
if anyone was gonna get nominated for Best
He
Supporting
was
Actor,
even off the like clips I saw the previews, he was like a
yeah, but that's
pillar.
everything. That's
Well,
everything
can I
as
be
he's
honest
in the
with you?
movie for. Like all
How
his
many
time,
times-
every time you see him in the trailer, that's what you see in the movie.
how many times have you seen? This is just me.
Yeah.
I guess I don't watch no movies, but how many times do you see a heterosexual male play a homosexual?
He's been playing gay guys a lot lately, technically. But I don't know. But that doesn't mean he should win an
Shit,
Oscar.
I'll be a stud too.
Fucking, that doesn't
Check
mean he
is
should win an
working.
Oscar,
Fuck
be
around,
nominated for
I
an
drive a
Oscar for it.
Subaru on camera.
No, I thought it was good.
I don't-
I thought his role.
I thought he's a stellar actor, but I don't see why he got
Yeah.
the Best Supporting when he was he wasn't even a supporting. The nigga, he was barely in it. You know, what you call it? Maxine from Living Single should have got Best Supporting if anyone was gonna get Best Supporting from the movie.
Oh, I get
Yeah,
what you mean.
yeah.
Like she was in it way more.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying Sterling K. Brown
I don't know. My
doesn't
thing is,
deserve
I feel like
a nomination. I'm just saying he didn't really do much to get the nomination. Like he's
When he
done
was
other
in it-
things where he's like, I know the nigga deserves a nomination, but in this movie,
Yeah.
he didn't do anything to get nominated for.
To earn
Yeah.
it. No,
I don't know. I
Like,
don't agree. I don't agree. I believe
He's
that
barely
when
in
he
the
was
movie. He didn't really even have any like scenes.
I do not agree because I believe that when he was in it, you saw him and he made a statement every time he was in the screen.
So you're saying, Tyler, it was the moments he was there, it was because it was pivotal and it was necessary for him to be there.
When he was in it, he made a statement. Like you felt him.
Jalen, you disagree?
I don't think his performance was bad. I just don't think it was enough of a
But you're
performance.
saying his role in the
Yeah,
film
that
wasn't as
yeah,
okay.
like yeah, I agree that when he was in it, he was important,
Yeah.
but like
Mm.
he wasn't in it enough to be like supporting
Mm.
to the
His
lead.
role, his
That's
role
all I'm
is
saying. Like I
his
agree
role
that his
was very
performance was good
relatable.
and his performance was relatable. His performance was stellar. He was really good, but I don't think he did enough in the movie to be considered
Mm.
supporting. Best
So
supporting
if his
actor.
performance was
If
relatable,
no,
good,
I'm
and
saying if the
stellar,
nigga was
you
in the
don't
movie
think it's
more,
enough.
he deserved he wasn't in the movie
He might
enough.
have something on his
Yeah.
hands. Yeah.
But okay, he wasn't in the movie for like the first, let's say, third.
Exactly.
But when he, soon as he came in, he was in it for the rest of the movie.
Barely. Like here and there, he wasn't in it enough to be considered supporting in my opinion. Like I think he deserved a nomination, but if he was in the movie more, I think okay, I get it. But I don't get why he got the supporting because he's not in the movie enough.
That's
He
fair. I mean, I
doesn't
guess
chew up the second amount most of the screen, a second amount, second most screen time. Like with best supporting actor is like one of the actors in the background, but usually it's like the best, the second best, the second lead. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. I think I tell you what. So what a person in that movie who I thought was quite hilarious was the lady who played the mother.
She was great. If she got
Yeah.
supported, I'd
Yeah.
understand. Cause she was in it more. She
Yeah.
was in it the most, actually. Her performance was
But I don't
that
know.
whole movie was full of great
I do believe.
performances.
First of all, it was star studded.
Yeah,
It was a lot of big names in there. One, but shout out to Issa. She did a great job in the movie as
yeah. I
well.
like their conversation that they
Um,
end up having because
yeah, yeah.
it makes sense.
I do believe. I do believe. I don't know. I just think. I think while you're right, Sterling K. Brown wasn't in it from the jump. I think when as soon as he came in, every scene he was in, he made a splash. No pun intended.
Yeah,
If you've seen the movie,
Mm.
so I I I just that's just my opinion.
yeah.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's
Uh,
all I'm not gonna continue, but
I see what you're saying.
yeah,
I
like
see what you're
I
saying.
don't I recognize that. I just don't think he was in the movie enough. Like you could
He
still make a splash, but you still gotta be in the movie more.
he was like Jamal Crawford coming off the bench. You feel me?
But Jamal Crawford could get 6 man. The nigga wasn't six
Huh?
man.
Oh yes, he
I
was.
guess.
What? All right. Now let's see. Corey Jefferson, director of the movie. Apparently he made comments on the state of black stories in entertainment. Jay, take it over.
So he did an interview after he won his award because they always do the thing. They go in the back do the interview, and he
Yeah.
was basically saying how black stories, like American fiction, are important because not every story that we have should be about gang related stuff, slavery, and living on a plantation,
Yeah. Yeah.
racist times, civil rights, like all that stuff, like
Mm-hmm.
the usual stuff we make movies
It's
about.
played out.
Like that's not our only stories. We have regular
Mm-hmm.
stories too, everyday life stories, love stories, all that stuff. And like
Yeah.
it's
I will
and
say
but when
though,
we do make movies like that, they don't get recognized. Only the bad, like the regular stuff, the stuff that's like stereotypical gets
Yeah.
recognized.
can I say though, I feel like while this movie didn't have a lot of like the gangster
Yeah,
stuff or shooting and killing, it still was a movie that evolved around some type of pain. The main character going through some type
yeah,
of
and that's
pain.
fine.
I don't know how the white
Because
movies
pain,
do it.
I
They
think
do this.
I don't know
sometimes,
how other movies do
Well,
it, but
that's not.
I think the issue that we've run into, and I'm glad you brought that up, Tyler, is that pain is synonymous with being black.
Yeah,
And so I could see you thinking where it's like, oh, well, here we go. We're still not in glory. We're still suffering.
yeah,
But I think ultimately pain is a part of being human. We have to untrain our mind though to only having it be latched onto like a black story or black lives.
yeah,
Pain is just you endure and deal with pain throughout your day-to-day life, whether that's you stubbing your toe on the edge of the bed or whether that's you getting broken up with. Like, you experience pain in some capacity throughout your life,
yeah,
right? And so I think what media or like the cinema has done, and I think this is what this guy was talking about, is like we've experienced pain outside of being a drug dealer, outside of like, having to sell our private parts to make ends meet, which most of the time is like very early on. I want to say we were either pimps or hoes, right? And so he's saying we need to expand our like vision in our like cinematic palette to be more than pimps, hoes, drug dealers, and
Yeah.
shit like that.
Because Tyler, I do agree that there's pain in the movie, but it's not pain from like living in the ghetto and
Why do you why do you say ghetto like that?
somebody said it like that.
You said it
Someone
like an
said
anime.
I heard someone say it like that. I thought it was funny. Anyways, or like having drug dealers and being broke and not be able to afford.
Mm.
This American Fiction was about a black family who grew up in Boston who were well off, and everyone grew up to be doctors in some form. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
except for the
niggas ain't talking about
no,
that shit. You
except for the
talking about
main
how
no, the
character.
to,
main character was a doctor. He just wasn't a medical doctor.
Oh, you're right. You're right. He was
Yeah, so
right.
they were
You're right.
all
You're right. You're right. You're
doctors,
right.
and it
You're
was
right.
two
My bad.
family
MD.
household,
Everything
and
MD.
like
mm-hmm.
they,
Well, the father
Parent.
killed himself.
yeah, and the father killed himself. But that's not a story that you usually see in movies. You see the father got
And
killed by
that's
the
hitting on
police.
mental health.
Yeah,
Right? That's another thing that we don't really, black and mental
yeah,
health don't go together. No, it do. It can live together. We're
like
still learning
See,
about it.
my bad. My bad. You gotta excuse me because I'll be watching BET, so I be seeing it. I be seeing these stories.
yeah.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
but that's what
But
I'm
I
saying.
feel it.
Like
I get what they
that
say.
he's saying, like the stories that aren't about like the stereotypical black pain
Yeah.
are never really highlighted. Because we have movies
Mm-hmm.
that aren't about the
You know what
stereotypical
though?
black pain. Like, and he's talking about in the sense of like the Oscars or like
Uh-huh.
Oh,
just
okay.
general consensus of like be
Getting the
yeah,
acclaim,
getting the critical acclaim, get it not and getting the overall push by the media. Like 12 Years a Slave was pushed all over the fucking Oscar circuit and all over. You see mad commercials about it when that came out. And so like, but like movie like American Fiction, you don't see black stories get told like that and get pushed the way it got pushed. That we all knew what it was from seeing it advertised on whatever we watched. They don't advertise a lot of stuff to everybody. They advertise American Fiction to the masses, not just the black community.
So okay, first, do we as a community even write a lot of stories like that? If so, I
Well,
I've seen a
they
couple,
So
could
this
but
be
is
written, but
I'll
we don't
say
know.
this. It probably isn't written as much as the other stuff is because of what Jalen's saying.
Yeah.
I know if I want to be critically acclaimed, if I want attention, if I want to even be nominated for an Oscar, I got to do the typical shit, the ignorant shit,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm seeing that the shit I should be writing or may want to write is not getting that same traction. It's not getting that same
Yeah.
attention. So maybe them getting, the traction and attention
It's
is going to put more of a light for people to write stories more so
the
along this line and not pimps and hoes.
literally American
the
Fiction was
story
about that
behind
though. The movie American Fiction was
yeah.
literally about that. Like he was writing stories that he enjoyed, like
Mm.
about Greek mythology and all this stuff, and they
Yeah,
weren't getting
and
any
niggas was
recognition.
picking it
But
up,
once he started to do something ignorant or what he felt was
talking about do
ignorant
rags and
and
shit.
talking about shooting and this and that, it got blown up. You know what I'm saying? So that's literally what what he was trying to say. Like when the stories are written by black people about things that
Mm-hmm.
aren't about blackness or are about blackness, but like just not violent or this and that, or just a regular story, like
Yeah.
it's not getting the push.
You know that part of the movie is interesting because it's like I understand him writing that stuff, but and then I'm sure he loved his work, but the question is it really good? Was it actually good? Which we don't
Well,
know.
they say it
We
in the
not
movie a
reading the work.
bunch.
Mm-hmm.
People tell him the
Yeah,
book is good. I know that one lady. I know his love interest
what was a fan?
enjoys the
Yeah,
book. Uh, but even when he went to the conferences, when he went to different events, it wasn't like people was like, "Oh, there you go."
I mean, he wasn't selling.
You see what I'm saying?
He wasn't selling. No one was
So I'm
buying his books, but everyone
saying,
who read his books was saying they were good.
fair. Okay, so
That,
you
but that's
thinking we're not
but
being
that's the
pushed?
point. Like you can,
I do feel like you're right though. I feel like if you put money behind,
yeah, if you put money behind
people put
certain
money behind
things,
anything, it's gonna get bought.
yeah,
All right.
exactly. So like, if it's not getting, and then if it doesn't get a push at all, and no one even knows about it, like it's
I
what's
also wonder what is
think about it with Issa Rae. Even with
I
Insecure, we didn't start seeing
Mm.
shows like Insecure until Insecure came out.
And then it started getting, attention. So niggas like, all right, we can write about shit like that.
man, they start making all types of insecure
Yeah,
shows. Run the
Yeah.
world. Each network had
Harlem.
their own version of the show.
Yeah,
Harlem.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck Harlem. Are they going to drop a new season or
I
what?
think so. Actually, no, I think it got
I'm
canceled.
curious.
I don't even want it once it drops.
I think it got
I'm
canceled.
curious. This is just a thought. This is just a thought. But like previously, like you see in music, right?
Yeah.
Most, at least when like hip hop kind of first started, right? Hip hop was born out of uh anger, or most kids that was started to make music.
Yeah.
Some of them was doing it out of a need to get out, make some money.
Yeah.
I'm curious, like the black experience outside of the hood. I wonder if it's not portrayed enough because uh people don't have a need to actually create it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of and I'm sure there's a lot of people that like to write, like to make movies. Shout out Tyler. But I don't know too many of them. I'm a very middle class type of nigga. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
not middle
You see a lot
class.
of the artistic creations and things of that nature coming
Yeah.
from, I don't want to say the hood, but people who got to make it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very interesting case. I wish we did have more,
Mm.
more people making them.
Yeah.
I'm no writer. I'm no writer or whatever, but I do wonder if it's not being created or it's just not
Not being
being
picked up.
picked up.
Mm.
We'll never know. Well, actually, we could. We probably will find out. But
Yeah, probably find out. Like even
we'll
shows
see.
like Abbott Elementary.
Not a great show.
Yeah.
But what's
I think
interesting
this
is
season has been very interesting. I'm not. I just. It's not giving the same Kool-Aid. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's not hitting just yet, but I'm enjoying it, but it's not
I thought
hitting.
that-
I'm
just yet.
enjoying
thought
it.
the
But
Dare
it ain't.
episode
It
was
ain't. It don't
funny.
give you that twing. You know what
I
I mean?
thought the
Like,
Dare
ooh.
episode was funny.
Oh, because that's my life. Any educator you know is on some type of. I'm not gonna say the N word, but some type of thing.
The Dare episode was
Because
so
narcotic
funny.
is a heavy N.
When
You know what I mean? But they're on some type of vice.
when the lady
you
was
know?
on the stage, well, that's not drugs. Your mom got herpes. I was like,
Oh,
that
that shit
took
was
me
fun.
out. That took me out.
That was so. Now my whole school knows my mom has
Yeah.
herbs. Thanks.
um, let's move on to some sad news. R.I.P. to Akira Toriyama, maker of Dragon Ball Z.
Ooh, damn.
R.I.P. R.I.P. to a legend. R.I.P.
R.I.P. to a legend. Jay, what made Dragon Ball Z so popular?
I think it was just niggas fighting, and boys love seeing niggas fight. To be honest,
Oh God.
it was just like at a time when it came on TV, it was different from all the other shows that was on TV at the time, and niggas was fighting. It was really literally just fighting and yelling, and it was loud and colorful.
Oh, he's Japanese.
Right?
Shout out my niggas
It's
that
one
are
of the
Japanese.
most. I feel like it's everyone's gateway anime. Like everybody's
that's
seen
valid.
Dragon Ball Z and knows what Dragon Ball Z is, and if they really liked it, it'll lead to another show. Like, oh, this
Yeah.
show I like Dragon Ball Z. This looks like Dragon Ball Z. I'm gonna watch this. So
He definitely has some nigga characters though. Shout out Piccolo.
I pick a little black. We don't talk about Mr. Popo.
I'm just saying, like
yeah.
you not gonna tell me they have some of these people had no nigga tendency. That's why a lot of brothers was watching it.
I mean,
You know what I'm
black
saying?
people always resonate with like martial arts movies and anime and stuff. I always feel like everyone got that uncle that does karate or taekwondo.
Or you may not have that uncle, but
You know,
the street to go to find
you
it.
know some. Yeah, you always know somebody who does
See a
who's
random black
really
person
into
just
like
doing
kung
like
fu
fucking
movies.
full thrown moves, and it's
We're
like,
always wearing a
nigga, you
Yeah, my
crazy.
headband,
boy.
got a karate
Shout out to
gi
PJ,
on.
man. My
Yeah.
dog PJ, a certified black
See,
belt. My boy
Tyler
PJ,
knows
a
one.
black belt.
Hey, for real?
Yeah. I remember
Hey,
going to
don't
his
play with it.
black
Come
belts.
on.
Yeah. So no, I feel you. We all, everybody knows
Yeah,
somebody.
everybody knows somebody that's really into it. So like, I feel like it's always resonated with black culture. But like,
I mean, look, you can go back to Wu
yeah,
Tang.
Wu Tang, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Talk
So
about it.
yeah, R.I.P. Akira Toriyama. It was very unexpected. I'm like, damn.
How did he die?
I don't know. It just said he passed.
I'm weird like that. I don't ask people, but I'm always curious
I
about how
don't.
people
I
die.
didn't
you're not
even look
weird
it
like
up. I
that.
just seen he died and I got sad.
Drew do it all the time.
Oh, okay. I don't ask, but I'm just like, I'm
You
waiting
gotta
for him to
ask, but
drop.
you
Like,
can't ask in public.
when you gonna drop the exclusive? Like, how'd they
You
pass?
ever been to the funeral and nobody know how the person died? The pastor be
Uh,
like, you don't need to know how they died. You need to know.
Can we? Okay, I know this wasn't a segment, but we have to talk about preachers at like funerals. Like, there needs to be a guideline. Like, I shouldn't be at a funeral and you talking about pimps and hoes. There's no way. No. There needs to be
man,
guidelines, bullet
man.
points,
No, you're
and
very right
about
about
whooping
that.
your kid's ass.
Oh
Like,
my
I,
god.
what are we talking about?
you seen this before?
Yes, I didn't know if it was a Southern thing. I looked over and they were like, no. This is any black funeral. It's always the pastor always goes left.
What?
Like,
Oh
it was
no.
good. It was
Oh
good.
no.
And
Doing
then
the
it was just
yelling, they
like,
doing the screaming.
yeah. And I was just like, okay, ooh, a little much. And then talked about, now they got the social media. I was like, okay, I'm staying with you. And then we went into whoop your kid's ass. You gotta beat them. You gotta beat your kids. Because if they come into my house, I'm beating your kids. And I was just like, we're not talking about the deceit.
What
Like,
is
you know what I
this?
mean? Like, there needs
First
to
off,
be guidelines.
I'll be honest with you. I think. Let me go off topic and then come back. We gotta go over this whole beating your kids thing. Now I know the scripture. I used to get beat. Shout out to my mama. She gonna get mad at me.
Hi, my name is Tyler. I used to get beat.
My mother had a. I think I've said this before. My mother had a. She spanked me with a chopping board, and she wrote the scriptures on both sides. Okay, train up a
We
child the
gonna get
way he
this
should go,
word.
so when he older, he would not depart. And then the other one was the other one. Now here, the other one. I think about it, right? The other one said the rod of correction will wipe the foolishness out of a child. Now
She ain't
that
hit you
does
with
not
that side too much, huh?
maybe not. That scripture does not mean beat your child. Rod of correction is a simile, a metaphor. It is
Ooh. She
not
took it literal. She's
a
like, fuck all
literal
that.
rod.
Yeah. She
It was
said,
like
fuck
little
all that. Yeah.
Rod.
I got some heat for you.
And
No, you should correct your
when you
child, but
question the
there's
rod,
other
that's why
ways.
you got beat, Tyler. You question the rod,
See what I'm
you don't
saying?
get beat.
And he always questioning the rod.
I'm-
See?
Let's go
it's a
back.
metaphor.
Let's
I'll
go
show
back
you a
to this.
fucking metaphor.
I will say this. I always, when I go to funerals, I'll be like, now, how is the preacher going to try to,
Connected.
preach to somebody about someone's death? And the ones I've been to lately have seemed to do a good job. But
Okay, that's good.
I do feel like, that's not the time to make a statement.
Do you know what I
That's not
mean?
the
Like,
time to make a
I just
statement.
felt very, and
And,
it's in the midst of like you crying, right? Because you're at a funeral.
no, tears
you talk
falling
about,
down my face.
and he said if you don't hit your kids, they're gonna become pimps and hoes. And I was like, hold on, wait a second, wait, huh? I was just like, hey yo, he got to get there.
If you
He's on
don't
cruise
beat
and he
your
needs to hit
kids.
the gas. And I was just like, maybe this is a Southern thing. And the person, she from Alabama, so I turned to her and she's just like, no, this is like black funerals, Khadijah. I'm like, oh no.
No,
That's
I
crazy.
can't
No,
I
no,
can't I can't say that for all black funerals.
I know the one she
Uh,
went to, and she corrected. She was like, the ones I've gone to, and she's like, maybe I'm just ghetto like that. But the churches, she's like, the pastors are always, it just goes left.
I will,
It,
and
it,
you know
That's
what? And
crazy.
another thing about funerals that I find slightly weird. I think I'm. It's okay, but sometimes There's just me. I don't feel like a call to Christ is needed at a funeral. I don't. That's just me. Now, but
What
at
do
the
you
end of
mean a
your
call to Christ?
a call to Christ is at the end of the pastor's message, and he's like, "Now, if anybody wants to be saved, if anybody wants to,
Oh
get to
no.
know the
Cause
Lord,
see, but this is
come
my
on
thing.
up."
This is my thing.
Why are you
But it's
It's
like
making it
my
about
funeral.
everybody
It's
that's what
else?
I'm
my
saying.
show.
That's what I'm
Making it
saying,
about
and that's what I'm
everybody else
saying.
now. I'm the
We
one
are
who
here.
died. I'm the one who
We are
died. I'm dead.
I'm the one trying to be
No,
laid to rest.
we
my
are
death
here to
makes you
put
want to
this
find
person in the grave.
Jesus? Absolutely. Go at your own
Now,
time.
No.
maybe I can see him saying, if you want to learn more, if you want to come to me afterwards.
Afterwards.
But they be like right there in the middle of the funeral, we crying,
Ain't
and I know
that
you trying to
some
catch people on emotion,
Yeah.
but I be like, hey dog,
ain't that some selfish shit?
shorty dead, like
Next to a dead body.
you know,
You know what? That's equivalent to proposing to somebody at my wedding. Bitch, this is not about you.
You want to go to heaven now that I'm going to heaven? Fuck out of here.
All of a sudden, now you trying to, you
Fuck
know
outta
what?
here.
Death is coming close. Let me make sure I'm good with
Oh,
G-Daddy.
And look,
oh shit! I
look,
forgot
I
that I
know-
could die now. Let me make sure I'm good with God before just in
that's
case.
dead wrong.
That's
I
crazy.
know that I get it, right? We that is the whole point. We try to bring people to the Lord, but sometimes like
He off that day. He
And also, low
he
key,
focused on
I
me.
hate to
he
say it. I
focused
hate to
on
say it. I hate to say it, Tyler. It's a little money hungry because now you converted them to your church. Now you got some coming in paying some
Well,
tithes.
no,
I'm just
no,
saying.
no,
I'm
that's
just
not
saying.
that's
I'm just
not
saying. A
that's not
corrupt church would
converting.
do it. A corrupt church.
That's not converting. That's not call to Christ is not converting them to the
You
church.
never
It's
know.
two different
Sometimes
things.
that happens.
You got the call to Christ, and then you got if you want to be a
He
member
may
of the
not
church.
pick up the call, Jalen. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
Those are two different things. Call somebody for their life to be saved, and then tell them to be a member of the church. Now that if you do that at a funeral,
if I
this
find out
is
that
wild.
Jalen got a church,
Hey,
and he's like, hey, who wants to call him? Come on.
no. If you say now at this funeral, if you would like to be a member of the Southern Baptist Christian, like now that's wild. That is
that
would
an
be
absolute
insane.
no. That
not
is
you
an
trying to make
absolute
a
no.
buck at my death. At my death
Hey.
day,
Yeah, no.
on my death
No,
day,
no,
at the
no,
day
no.
I died, when I want my death, go my homecoming.
Yeah, no. But
Hey,
yeah,
don't put me on no fucking clouds either.
Yeah,
y'all. Look,
I don't want no
y'all.
cloud backgrounds.
I don't want no clouds.
Don't put
That
me
shit
in
ain't
no
hard.
picture with my cloud. Don't put my damn high school picture
Don't.
up with my little shirt and tie with the clouds
Hey.
going on. Nah.
you know what's gonna happen.
Oh, probably.
Niggas love to be. They like, oh, you know it's gonna.
Because
I
first
do
of all,
want a
every
little.
funeral,
I
Put
do.
the light blue.
I do want a
and put
little
clouds
laminated
around
card
it.
with with the thing on the back.
every funeral got the
a
template.
nice scripture. You know what I mean? A
Every
little
funeral
proverb.
got the template.
Yeah, toss them out like a deck of cards.
But if you gonna do the clouds, for me, my child may listen to this one day. You gotta make it look like Nothing Was the Same album cover. I gotta be
that's hard.
sideways,
That's
looking up,
hard.
head in the clouds. I gotta be head
Give
in the
yourself
clouds.
a little halo.
Yo,
halo.
man,
But the halo can't be too.
No.
It can't. It gotta look kind of realistic.
Yeah.
It can't be looking too cartoonish.
Can't look.
It'd be like the sun shining on
It
the
can't
nigga.
be looking like a Basquiat crown. It gotta look like a.
Yeah.
It gotta
Yeah,
look
no,
like
it
an
can't.
actual halo.
Oh, that's hard.
You know, I want to be
Yeah.
dribbling a basketball like Jesus in that picture.
You know what? We're gonna move on.
And this is why I know Jesus was black.
Now the thing about
The nigga was black.
You ever see
The
that
thing
picture
about
of
it
Jesus
is,
crossing up the devil?
yes,
I did.
yes, we have. Speaking of staying alive, shout out to Stunnerman02. This on the radar episode was going quite viral amongst the black educated niggas that like to speak on things online. Shout out to Van Lathan, 19 Keys. This brother right here was on the radar, Stunnerman02, and the hook was bitch eat a salad.
I mean, he's getting straight to it. No
Hey,
chasing.
I'm not gonna
Nothing wrong
lie,
with eating
don't get me
salad.
wrong. Like I said before in this part, I've done things like raw vegan. I completely understand the benefits
Yeah, the
I
rationale.
Eat a salad
understand
every now and
the
again.
natural benefits of eating healthy, eating fruits and vegetables.
Mm.
But can we talk about the cons to eating healthy?
Well, I thought
Uh,
you never fucking asked. Let me tell you. So I would love to eat, raw vegan and shit like that. First of all, the cost of produce is a arm and a giraffe dick.
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
it's expensive as hell. Two, the longevity of the
How long is it around? It got to be long, right?
it got to be long because they, you know
They
what I
gotta
mean.
get
I
all
would
up
have
in
said an
there.
elephant. I
Gravity
know,
wise,
I know an elephant. I don't know
cool.
about a
Elephant,
giraffe.
I've
giraffe.
seen it on National Geographic. It's very
Yeah.
interesting because the legs are
You
mad
know,
long. It look like
it's
two sticks fighting.
my point is saying that you don't see a giraffe all the time. You got to grab it, cut it off in order to get your salad.
They,
Yes.
So that's the thing, right? It's expensive. Two, it doesn't even last
yeah,
long
last the
because
week
it go bad
in
so
a
quick.
week's time.
You know what I mean? So are we talking salad bowls that I have to create from scratch? Like I got to get the tomatoes, the croutons, and all that, or am I getting the salad kit? I fuck with the kits. The kits,
I think
you make a big batch of
I
that,
think
and
he
you're
just I
good.
think he just tell you to eat a
Yeah.
salad. Like go to the store,
So
eat a salad.
that's fair, but
Shout
here's the
out,
thing.
my niggas buying the
Go to
salad
Sweet
kit.
I
Green.
Just put
respect
that
I
shit together.
respect the nigga,
Go
right?
to
But
Sweet Green.
so the thing is, bro, you
Shout
would
out
have to either go to Sweet Green damn near every day, or you'd have to go to grocery store at least 2-3 times a
Yeah,
week.
2-3
At
times. 2-3
least.
times.
Cause you can't buy in
You
bulk
can't buy produce
No,
in
that should
bulk.
go bad.
unless you freeze it. You can't freeze it.
And then
But
it
then,
ain't the
does
same.
how
It's
does it
all
taste after it's
watery.
frozen?
It's all
I couldn't tell
watery.
you.
You
Yeah,
know, it's not the
But
yeah.
same.
but you
See,
you kind of want your vegetables to be a little wet first.
That's what she said.
no,
You
I
can
like you want it
massage.
to be wet, but you want it to have like a crunch to it. You know what I
I
mean?
like to wet my kale and then massage it. I like to
Okay,
soak
I've
it in
heard that
water.
that's how you get the like
Oh
kale
man.
goodness out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, oh yeah, it's a little
I
weird.
love me some. I like to massage my
All
kale.
right, enough. Enough.
It's his oh yeah.
It's
That's like
gross. What are we
I,
talking
I
about?
make the best
Salads
kale
and
salads.
shit.
I make the best kale salads. I promise you.
and then
I
my thing
promise
is, what is he at? Like, he didn't tell us how to make a salad, huh?
He just
Like,
the
what do I
nigga wasn't
need
even
to have
eating
in
a
salad?
salad
you.
in the video.
He
He literally
literally
just
took
had
a
a bowl of
bowl
kale.
of lettuce or spinach or whatever and just start
It was
eating.
literally a bowl of kale. It wasn't even a fucking
So it don't
salad.
even
That's
matter.
not realistic. I want a bougie girl
It
salad.
wasn't even
You
a
know what I
salad.
mean?
It was
Give me some, you know what I mean? A little corn, some
the
cucumber,
nigga was
some
eating some kale.
parm.
That's all he was doing.
I
He
don't fuck
wasn't
with
do
eating a
better.
tomatoes,
salad.
but
I
I
will
get
say
cherry
that.
tomatoes in the
No
salad.
cherry
I'm gonna
tomatoes,
make
no
a
green,
pledge.
no purple onions, no
Oh, purple
no
onions gotta go on the
carrots,
salad.
no cucumbers.
Nah, my breath, bro.
I'm cool on the carrots. I'm not gonna hold
I'm
you.
gonna make a pledge right here. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna eat more greens.
That's what
I went to Panda Express the other day instead of rice.
Panda
Nigga got the super greens.
Express. Oh my
I was at a
god.
rest
Whoa,
stop.
not too much. Panda Express go hard.
Panda
When you
Express
start-
goes
was at a-
hard, but like, dag, I ain't
I
had
was at
that
a
in a
rest.
minute.
I was in Philly. I was at a rest stop. Speaking of Philly, shout out to the family.
Ooh,
Had
rest
had
stop,
the other
Panda
baby shower.
Express.
Had the
Oh,
second
come
baby
on.
shower
Okay,
last
okay.
Who the
Saturday.
fuck are the Knowles Carters?
Great time. Great time.
Killing
Shout
it.
out to the fam.
Mad
Appreciate all the
gifts.
love. Appreciate all the gifts,
Aw.
man. Shout out to my mama for putting that on. She gonna be mad at me about the ride of correction. So
But no. You
this is
gotta
Tyler,
this is
you
the
done
throw a
balance.
shout
you done
out.
told
Yeah.
that story so many times.
I know, but it always get back to me. You ain't had to talk about me on that show. You ain't had to talk
Yeah,
about
but
me.
look at you. You're an outstanding citizen.
So shout out to Stunner Man O2, man. Keep spreading the word. Keep spreading the word. Keep spreading the good word. I was telling Casey and Jay, I'm talking to the audience here. I was telling y'all earlier in the Patreon, this reminded me of the classics of I don't know who's singing, but read a book. The read a book niggas.
Boondocks.
Yeah, those
Yes.
songs are from Boondocks.
Read a
Those
book,
from book.
read a
Read a
book,
book,
read a
read a book.
motherfucking book. The beat on that shit go
You
hard.
just
Hard.
mad because your ass is old.
The beat
You
go hard.
deodorant. But yeah,
Booty
okay.
butt, booty
on
butt,
to,
booty butt cheeks.
onto some R&B stuff. This is a very interesting artist here. Four Bats. Four Bats. Here's the thing about this nigga. He's kind of been blowing up off of 4 songs. And when I try to look him up on Tidal, Apple Music, he only got Act 1, which is I think it's called Stickers. Then you got Act 2, Date at 8. Act 3, On God, I think that's what it's called. And then you got the Act 2 remix, This is the part that's weird to me. Man only got 3 songs and got a Drake feature.
That's crazy.
Nobody finds this interesting.
Nah,
That
it's
nigga's
weird.
hard.
I mean, Drake be hopping on people's songs that you ain't never heard of him again, ever again. Like Young Boy
Well,
JB.
tell me,
Like he be hopping on
that's
random nigga
fair.
songs.
Do me a favor, Jay. Can you look up Fullback? Do you know where he from? Can you see where he from?
Who? Four Bats? Yeah, let me look it up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie
he
though.
sounds like a trap.
I am a fan of Day That 8. I think that song go hard.
Oh,
I
he
think
just
it
got
is good.
signed by Drake too. His career ain't going nowhere.
Oh, that's probably why.
His
Oh,
career ain't
That make
going
more
nowhere.
sense, huh?
Yeah.
is he Canadian?
Nah, he's from
What
Dallas.
do you mean it's not going nowhere?
He's
How many people you signed to
Oh.
Drake that you ain't never heard of again?
Oh, besides the weekend, that's valid.
And Division.
no. That's not true.
Where's
Division,
Party
Oh,
Next
Majid
that's
Door?
true.
Jordan.
Where's Party Next Door?
But
That nigga's in the abyss
he
somewhere.
writing.
No, he about to drop something
He
now.
been
He
in the
writing
abyss
though.
for like
You
5
know
years.
he been writing,
Writing what?
but he make everything. This nigga a writer. He was a writer first.
No,
He
he's
been
writing shit.
incognito.
Party Next Door. But you know what? I will say he definitely had an era.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like he had a moment,
Mhm.
but then last time,
disappeared.
recently when I saw him, he had wasn't
Drake
eating
can't make
salads.
niggas make the music though. What that nigga Roy Woods, was he signed to
Yeah.
OVO? He can't make the niggas make music, man. The only
That's
people
valid.
that's been doing something is Majid Jordan and Division.
And Georgia Smith, she still signed to them? I think she left.
Georgia wasn't. She was signed.
Yeah, I
to
think
them?
she left.
Georgia just dropped an amazing album.
But
I thought her
yeah, he
last
just
album
got
was really
signed
good.
to OVO Four
Bow,
Bats.
bow, 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 bow. That's that booty meat.
He's from Dallas, Texas. He the what you call it? The ski mask makes me uncomfortable.
What do you
Like
mean?
I see a nigga in a ski mask, I think he gonna rob me.
I'm automatically calling.
Yeah, like you don't wear a ski mask just to wear a ski mask unless you robbing it. I never thought that was cool. When
but it has been a thing though.
yeah, like especially as of lately, they've been wearing.
I mean, that was a DMV thing for a long time. Niggas just wore
Really?
ski masks. Well, for one,
I'm gonna be honest.
normally-
DMV ski mask. Hello, officer. Yeah.
Yeah,
so check this. Depending on the time of the year, you rolled it up and it was a ski. It was a hat.
Yeah.
It was a hat. And then when it was cold outside,
You just pull it
you
down.
roll that up. Yeah. But most normally you will roll it up and it's
a hat.
It's a hat.
Yeah. No, you know what else it is? A phone call.
It just looks violent. I've never been a fan of it. Like when niggas
Nah,
wearing
I
ski
don't.
masks, when during COVID, when niggas wearing ski masks instead of just wearing a mask. Well, why are you coming
You
in?
look like an
Why are you
asshole.
coming in this
And it doesn't-
establishment like
it's
this?
not the same.
Yeah, why are you coming in this establishment like this? Make me nervous.
Do you think so? Four Bats dropped 4 singles.
I'm just saying, the way the world is, you see a nigga with a ski mask, you don't know he gonna rob you or shoot up the place. Especially if it's a white man. Like, come on, man. It just makes me uncomfortable.
Like, I'm not fucking around.
Yeah, man. Are you walking the establishment? I'm walking right the fuck out. Shit. I don't understand. Does it look cool? Nah, it looks scary. Do I sound like a pussy? Maybe. But you know who gonna live? This pussy right here. Alright? Just saying, man. I don't think it's good for black men to be wearing these things.
Hey, Jalen,
Just saying.
shut the fuck up.
We try not to get shot by the police no more. You walk around with a ski mask on.
Oh, fuck.
Craziness, man. That doesn't help. It don't help the situation.
Anyway, I hope Four Bats puts out a project. Either this nigga gonna put out a whole bunch of these singles and then put it into one
That's what it looks like.
project, or he's giving us.
Why are artists so like, no, drop a single or two and then drop a body of work? What's the problem?
The streams. I think it's just the algorithm, man.
It don't make
you think they're just like that? The algorithm fucks with the singles, then the
album.
Yeah,
I feel like when
Yeah,
you
I
make
think,
an album, the album comes out, and if all the songs hit at the same time, then you listen to them. Then some of them don't last, and then you get forgotten about.
That's valid.
But that's why they used to make music videos for songs on the album come out mad late after the album dropped. You know, so I don't know. It's weird now how they do it. Like Cardi B dropping singles like crazy. Not to bring her up again.
Oh yeah.
It's just I don't understand why like artists.
We're not gonna get into it.
That shit
Cardi
was
B is
crazy.
releasing a new single. I'm forgetting the name of it, but
It don't matter the
God bless
name.
the
It
cover.
Miami.
don't matter the name of the single.
God bless the single
Talk
It's
about
cover.
probably that
complete
song she was
order.
And
working on in the studio.
I have no doubt that it's
It's
probably that one.
definitely that one.
Which honestly, if we're gonna be technical, I think she should have just dropped that joint instead of the like what.
Yeah.
The like what, you could have kept that shit on the project.
Mm-hmm. I hope she drop an
But I
album.
think she just wanted to do. You know what I mean? If we're gonna, if clearly I'm not getting a project, if I could pick the single, I would say that the one where she was in the studio sound harder.
Excuse me, yeah. Oh Lord, allergies.
Hey,
All right, yeah, here we go. Let's move to sports real quick.
this nigga Tyler's dying. Damn, get it out, bro. Get it out.
Let's go on to sports. Selection Sunday is coming up this week. For those who don't know what that is.
Salud, salud.
For those who don't know what Selection Sunday is, this is the Sunday before the NCAA tournament for the men and women start. So for the last week, 2 weeks, we've been getting conference tournaments. We've been seeing conference tournaments in the men and women arena. And if you missed the women's LSU versus South Carolina game, you missed a good one. There was a brawl.
Yeah, there was a brawl. Tyler, before we get into the game, Casey, he's talking about March Madness. That's what he's talking about, just so you know.
Y'all gotta get. I don't know shit about the NFL. I know a little something about March.
No, but I'm
Madness
just saying
now.
this is what he's talking about. Selection
KC,
Sunday.
I ain't try to, I ain't try to.
You know what I mean?
the
Respect,
most
Tyler.
sporty,
Respect.
you know,
I wish blessings on your allergies. Keep your head up.
I'm trying to help
Oh,
you
I
out.
feel so much better. Oh, I feel so much better. God, I don't got allergies no more.
Oh God.
There was a brawl at the LSU versus South Carolina game. Let's break down how this happened. Flau'jae had a bad possession. She couldn't dribble worth a damn. Got the ball stolen. And then Shorty was on the fast break. Flau'jae grabbed her.
Yeah, there was
looked
like
a
fighting
little
over the
rough.
ball.
She looked a little flustered.
Yeah.
She looked a little flustered when the ball got stolen from her. Timeout gets called. South Carolina team and LSU team are going back to their benches. And if I forget the freshman number 2 for South Carolina, she didn't get up in Flau'jae's face, but she was walking past
She
her
got
yelling.
in her face. She got in her
Flau'jae
face.
shoved her. Flau'jae shoved
Barely.
her. You know what I'm
Barely.
saying? Ain't no Flau'jae shoved
Barely.
her, but
She
Flau'jae,
kinda
her arms is like 2 twigs here. So she might have tried, but she missed.
Yeah.
And now Shorty Cardosa, she ain't playing games like that. You mess with one of her teammates, it's on and popping. She came over and shoved her. And when I say both of Flau'jae's feet flew in the air, it reminded me of
She
football.
got decleated.
I was almost elated when I saw it. But this is the tragedy of the brawl. When Flau'jae hit the ground, her brother came out the stands, jumped over the announcer table, ended up on the court. I want to give a shout out to security. Because number one, there was 2 other niggas that was following him. Security grabbed them 2. Now I don't know what them 2 niggas
what was
done.
they gonna do? Maybe I don't like. What was they gonna do? But
security caught them. And Flau'jae's brother, the police got the boy quick. Got to the boy quick when he
all
got
I know is when he jumped over the table, the nigga started looking up at Cardoza and he completely stopped. He kind of jumped over there and did nothing. Absolutely nothing.
But love the energy though. Love the energy.
Great energy, but it was stupid as ever.
Execution, not so
You're
well.
on ESPN. You ain't on. This ain't the local television. You're on ESPN now. The whole country done seen you storm the fucking game. Like, I get your sister got hit real hard, but you don't do that shit. That's stupid.
that's dumb.
You gotta know your environment. Like, you gotta know where certain things to write out for your family it's not appropriate.
You just gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold.
Is that especially in a basketball game? It's a basketball game. A championship basketball game at that.
I will say it was very intense. And I was only watching, I probably watched early fourth
We
quarter.
watched the whole
But you could
game.
feel the intensity throughout the whole game. I mean, them girls was going back and forth.
They was fighting.
But I'll tell you what, it'll be interesting. I think I'll be interested to see what the people who are making the brackets do.
They're definitely gonna put
You
on
could
opposite sides.
you think so?
Yeah, they want them in the national championship.
They're not going.
They want that.
I don't think they'll. I
That
don't
or
want it.
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah,
I don't know who the fourth
yeah.
school will be. Probably Stanford. Maybe
USC.
maybe USC.
Shout out to Juju.
Maybe
Shout out to Juju, man. That girl
maybe
was
the other
nasty.
team. What's the other school that's good? Maybe UConn. Maybe you know.
KC, have you been keeping up with the women's basketball this year?
No, because NFL really drains me. Oh, I'm not gonna hold you.
But you like basketball.
I know. I've just been so I don't know. I've been slacking.
Oh, speaking of the NFL, y'all got Patriots got rid of their quarterback.
Yeah, they got rid of him. They trade
More
this nigga
blessings.
for a 6th-round draft pick. That's disrespectful. 6th round?
Yes, I do think it is
That's
disrespectful.
so
I
disrespectful.
think
I
I
don't
might
think
have to
he
go get that
deserved
green
all
jersey.
that. I knew
Give
Mac.
him a little sketch.
I know Mac Jones sucked, but he don't deserve that. That was crazy.
It was
That
cold.
was cold.
Eagles got Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, good for them.
Great pickup. Great
Oh,
pickup.
you know what? I love when black people got nigga names and they're successful. You know what I mean?
Saquon.
Saquon. Yeah. I love that for his life. Come
Tiki
on.
Barber said
They
that
probably
he's
thought he
dead to
wasn't gonna
him.
be shit because his name. Look at you, Saquon. Killing it.
Tiki Barber was mad about that. He said Saquon, you're dead to me. Dead to me forever.
Tiki Barber didn't win a Super Bowl for the Giants. Tiki Barber.
Tiki Barber or
Actually,
Baba?
Barber. I'm sorry. I actually met
Tiki
him. I met
Barber.
Tiki Barber when I was a kid.
You said you hated him?
I met him. He came to one of my football practices.
Oh, I know that's right.
Him and his brother was working on a book.
Marion.
Tiki, do you love me?
Marion.
Yeah.
Are you right?
And shout out to the Ravens, man. They got Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
That's kind of
That's
crazy.
crazy.
That's kind of
Strong
crazy.
name.
Anyway, one thing I'm glad about the brawl, I'm glad that it didn't turn into
An all-out brawl.
No. I'm glad it didn't turn into anything messed up in regards to how they talked about the girls.
Okay.
We've seen in the past sports announcers calling, black women specifically playing basketball nappy headed, things of that nature. And so I'm glad that it just stuck to the brawl and that Coach Staley and they all showed good sportsmanship after the game.
Yeah.
Coach Staley apologized after the game. She said it was embarrassing. Sorry for embarrassing basketball and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The LSU coach has some other words to say.
I know that's right. She's staying on
That this
business.
white woman, she's nuts, but she was like straight up like,
no, she is nuts.
She's
when
nuts.
I say I fuck with white people, I fuck with her. You know what I mean? She picking up the right energy.
I wouldn't say all that. Find out some more about her before you say that.
Oh shit, she racist?
No, no, but I think what she said though, I fuck with what she said. I fuck with what she said because what she basically said was, Cardozo, why don't you push someone your own size? Like if you're gonna push somebody, like I'm not. If you're gonna fight someone your own size. Don't knock over a point guard and you're 6'7". You know.
Nah, man. At the end of the
But
day,
also
South
at the
Carolina's
same
tough.
side, I'm like, that's what she's supposed to do, Cardozo.
That's her job.
That's
yeah,
what she's supposed
that's her
to
job
do.
as the
So like, I'm
Yeah,
on
nah,
both sides.
nah.
I think it was. I don't care. Honestly, I don't feel no way about it because it's sports. People fight in sports all the time. People be overreacting nowadays, talking about this is embarrassing, blah blah blah. Shut up. It's sports. People be fighting all the time in sports.
My thing is, Flage don't turn the ball over. This don't happen.
Yeah,
it's her fault.
Yeah,
I'll just be
good
real.
point.
I'm just
because her Angel Reese and
tripping.
Cardozo were going at it the whole game. Angel Reese was pulling on her hair, bumping her like crazy. Cardozo was bumping her. They was physical down low, like they was like there fighting the whole game. So
I had to talk. I talked to somebody. I was talking to somebody. Do you think Angel Reese game will translate to the WNBA?
Oh, she gonna get bullied. They gonna
I was
test
thinking that.
her.
I don't know. I don't know how well she'll
She gonna
do.
get tested in the WNBA. She talked too much.
I hope she gets some money now while she's in
Mm.
college.
Yeah, she talked too much. She
It'll
gonna
be
get tested.
interesting.
Her and Caitlin Clark gonna get
Yeah.
tested.
Nah, Caitlin the truth.
Yeah, but she gonna get tested though.
Hmm.
No, for sure. But if Sabrina Ionescu can do all right in the league, I think Caitlin will be just fine.
Yeah.
I did watch a snippet on Instagram. I forgot who was talking about it, but they did say like college ball is not the same as like WNBA. Like these are
Yeah,
Oh
I
no.
mean,
these
it's the
people's
same thing
like
as the NBA and
livelihood.
college basketball. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's different level.
But shout out to the women. Apparently, their viewership is they get more viewership than the men's.
Yeah, as of now.
This year.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah. Now we'll see what happens when the tournament.
Well, I
starts.
just
Yeah.
saw a clip. Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett on their show or podcast. Kevin Garnett was like, he was like, it's the first year in a while that I don't know any of the men playing in college. I know all the women playing in college.
That's
So,
fair.
That's dope.
so like, it's good that they're pushing it this much. You know,
Yeah.
like I hate
Yeah.
reading the comments on the post because it'd be mad annoying. Because I'm like, damn, these men are mad like annoying. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, what the hell? But
Story
like,
of my
I
fucking life.
like that they're pushing women's basketball way more because it's actually entertaining.
I
Yeah.
Me and Tyler been on this fucking grind since fucking 2013, 2012. All right, we've been
Okay.
Speak the
we've
truth,
been on
brother.
this shit. We've been watching. We used to sit front row back in the day. Front row, god damn it.
Front row at the
Yes,
girls
at the girls' games talking
games.
shit, sitting there.
And we be at almost all of them.
Damn
Like
near.
there was times we be tired. We be like, should we really go?
Let's
We be like,
do it. Let's
nah.
go.
We finna pull
we
up.
finna pull up. We was at every
Just
game.
saying.
All right, talking shit.
We been about this.
Been
life.
about it.
That's all I'm
Me
saying.
and Tyler have conversations about WNBA like we talk about the NBA.
Just saying. Show
People
some
don't be
respect.
respecting it. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. But it's dope to see that these
Alright.
games are getting so much love. You know,
For sure. And they're good.
Yeah,
And they're good.
Yeah, you don't have to
'Cause
dunk.
they-
I think I honestly, I
Hmm.
I think it's because of Steph Curry.
He might have improved the women's game.
Because
Why do y'all say that?
not because
Steph
of
made shooting just as exciting as
exactly. So like in
Mm.
women's,
and we always knew in women's game they could shoot.
Yeah.
Everybody knew they could
Yeah.
shoot. So now that you can
Respect
like,
shooting
niggas
more.
really appreciate good shooting even
Gotcha.
more
yeah.
since Steph
Okay.
started just
'Cause
tossing them up from
Before
everywhere.
Steph was shooting threes like crazy, we just cared about like aggressiveness, dunking on
Slamming
niggas,
on a
like
nigga.
you know.
Yeah.
But now, like,
yeah.
Mm.
Now you see a nigga running off a screen, you like,
oh shit, shooting from the
He
logo. Women been doing that shit for a minute, but because Steph started doing it in the NBA, the fucking grandest scheme, you know.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but no one really watched women's basketball like that unless they're like actual basketball fans.
Nah, I was okay. So here's the thing: when the WNBA first came out, Tamika Catchings,
Yeah,
that team from Houston, they had some
Yeah.
dogs. WNBA used to be popular at one
Yeah, it
point,
was when
but
it
then
first came out.
really dropped.
I went to a couple
Yeah, when it
Sparks
first came out.
games. Lisa Leslie.
Yeah, Lisa
Mm.
Leslie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then,
Dawn
like,
Staley
there was
playing back then.
There was like a
There was a
point,
drop.
like after the '90s and the early 2000s, they stopped showing up in
Yeah.
like sitcoms and stuff.
Yep,
That's
I don't know what
I don't
happened.
know what
It
happened.
dropped.
You know,
but it's coming back.
My mother, not to brag, my mother, if she could have played the WNBA, she just was a little bit too old at the time it started. Like when they was in talks of making leagues and stuff, my mom was getting asked and stuff. Like she was supposed to,
She like Cheryl.
she wanted to play overseas. She was gonna play overseas with her friend, but my mom got homesick easily, so she didn't go. But my mom's friend ended up playing overseas for like 20 years or some shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, for mad long.
That's a good,
She like
that's a
Cheryl
good
Miller.
career. 20 years.
That's fine.
So like,
I love in basketball.
and, mom's favorite movie was Love and Basketball. Fucked up movie. Let's not talk about it, but
Yeah, that movie's full of shit.
that movie was crazy, man. That movie fucked up. I never watching it as an adult. You really understand? Like, damn, that's crazy.
She
man.
didn't have a lot.
Like, what the fuck?
She didn't have a lot of self worth. We don't have to.
Yeah, we don't have to. Yeah, you know,
Another day.
not
Another
much.
day, another time. Hey, we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Make sure you go to noclearancepod.com/shop. Get you a dad hat like the one Jalen is rocking right now. Okay, we got the no clearance hat. We also got the camo. Also, if you want to be a part of the convo before the convo, make sure you go to patreon.com/no clearance and subscribe to our Patreon. $5 a month. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. I hope you all stay black.
Stay blessed.
Peace.